What up, everybody, my name is UCB, and in this video I'm going to give a tutorial on the SFK boost for Shaman in Phase 2 Season of Discovery. This run is going to be roughly 120 mobs plus and should also roughly take 12 minutes and can be sold for 2 to 3 gold per run per person. Going from top to bottom here, I'm going to start with gear, which is really just a mixture of auction house greens that are of the male or of the eagle. Okay, we have stamina of the eagle, using hero shoulder just for the stam. Again, you can get whatever you want in the auction house. You can get auction house cloak, it's fine. Stamina of the eagle, of the eagle, of the eagle, of the eagle. And then I'm running Twilight Avengers boots. I just didn't go out of my way to get something from the auction house. You can probably find something with more stam or more intellect. But what's important in the boots is to run the enchant minor speed. Not only will it make the run faster, but it will ensure you don't die, so it's super necessary. Stamina ring, of course, and not the flex, but you know, I got the epic ring from Nomer. The stamina on is super useful, but you can use whatever from the auction house. It's not a big deal. I am running the PvP trinket. You definitely want to use this because on Commander Springvale, he does have a hand of justice, and if it hits you, it will kill you. Not the hand of justice itself, but being stunned and then having the mobs just kind of beat you to death. That's not ideal. Next, I'm using the Rune of Perfection, which is from PvP. It has stamina on it. I'm not sure what else there is, if there's anything from the auction house that you can use in this slot. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. The shield, I'm using the Nomer shield. Again, just get something from the auction house. And then Stalvin's Reaper, I just didn't go out of my way to get a different green from the auction house. Because I usually use Toxic Revenger, but you know, just for the sake of this, I want to show that you can use whatever gear you want. It's really not that big of a deal. And for the runes, first on the chest rune, you want to be running Shield Mastery. For mana and regeneration, which is self-explanatory. On the belt, you run Fire Nova rune for killing mobs and for keeping threat on yourself as you group mobs throughout the instance. This is important because you need to keep the mobs in combat by using Magma Totem, or they will reset even if you're not in a reset spot. And if you don't have threat on the mobs, they will just stomp the Magma Totem. This isn't something to be super panicky about because it does take some time from the reset. I'll be honest, I have no clue what the timer is for that, but nevertheless, you can keep them in combat without having mana issues. You know, you don't need to be spamming this to keep them in combat. You know, just 10 to 15 seconds or so should be fine. Moving on to the next runes, you want to run Earth Shield rune here, which is really great for keeping your health up as you gather mobs. They just recently buffed this, as now gives 9 stacks up from 3, which is super useful. It's so much better. Now you don't need to be spamming it so often. You can kind of just focus on killing and grouping and other things. It just makes it so much easier. Skipping over to the hand runes here, running Molten Blast just for pulling mobs and for killing. And then on the feet, you want to run Decoy Totem. There are a couple mobs in here. One of them is Commander Springvale. There's a hamstring, which you can use Decoy Totem on. And there's another mob, I forget its name, it's in the first pull though, that has a Frost Nova that you use Decoy Totem on. No, you don't want to use Spirit of the Alpha. Buff Deathstalker Vincent for the 20% AP. The AP is not very useful. It's more important to, you know, keep yourself moving than to buff your AP. I know it buffs Molten Blast, but it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's get started with the run here. Make sure you got your buffs up. Run in Molten Blast just to grab these two. Right click this guy because sometimes he just doesn't want to pull. Drop a Magma, keep him in combat. There's Shock. Pulls both of them. I usually drop a Magma there, but I didn't. I guess it's fine. I'm going to jump off here. Open the gate, start the dialogue. Over the next gate. This mob right here, that mob does a Frost Nova, as you can see. and sometimes it hits you, and you just got to use your decoy totem. All right, drop Magma, Nova, Stone Skin, Healing Stream, and then Molten Blast. And then we're just rotating all our abilities here and keeping our Earth shield up. What I try to do here is just tab target, Flame Shock, just so I can get the reset on Molten Blast. It doesn't always happen, but it is what it is. Should be no problem. As you can see here, I do have this debuff here, and it slows your movement. I think casting speed too. Yeah, casting speed and movement speed. It's fine. You should have no issue pulling the rest of these. Or shock that guy, bring him in. I'm gonna drop a Stone Claw Totem here. Reapply Earth Shield. Earth Shock. Bring him in. Drop an Earthbind. Earth Shock him. Relocate the Earthbind. I think, yeah, I did get it off. I right-clicked that mob there because it was running to go kill the Earthbind. So you want to make sure you're not dropping it on mobs. That'll just kill your totem. I did it there too. Earth Shock this one. Pull him through. I dropped the Magma hit and Novum just to keep a threat on me. Earth Shock this one. Reapply Earth Shield. Earth Shock. Earthbind Magma. And now we're just grouping them up here. Name of the game here is just trying to keep them grouped up. Heal yourself when you drop down here. Reapply Earth Shield. Does get a little dicey sometimes, but just be patient with yourself. You get a debuff too that decreases your cast time. As you can see, I tried to heal outside of it. Didn't get it off. It's fine. Just reset up here. Group them back up. Got to heal off. Baron also can apply a debuff that reduces your healing received, and when that happens, you really just gotta jump up and down and dance with the mobs and just try to keep yourself alive. I usually wait till they're low before I pull these guys here because Razor Claw, I don't know if it's ability or what, or just on every melee attack, but he just eats your mana up. So I usually like to wait to grab him so I don't end up killing myself or something. Now we're just killing all these. Takes a little bit of time sometimes. I'm at 4 minutes, 20 seconds. It says 71 mobs killed. I think I missed one. I think the highest you get is 72 there. I generally keep it between 69 and 72. Fucking 420, 69. I don't know. It's crazy. Life is crazy. Yeah, this entire part, you're just running to the reset spot, basically. You don't gotta sweat too hard on dropping totems and trying to stay alive. I mean, it does help, so when you get to the spot, you don't have to waste mana healing and ultimately waste time. So I just run through here and just drop Earthbinds and stuff and Magma Totems. Just jump up here to create a little bit of separation. We're pretty much just running all through here. All right, jump down here. There's gonna be a reset spot in this beam right here. So just jump up there. Just wait. Alright, drop combat. Health is fine here. You don't need to really re-heal just yet. We're just running up here and grabbing these couple mobs. I think I thought there was 3, and so I kept going to check, but I'm pretty sure there's only 2 that spawn here. I dropped a magma just to keep him in combat. Target that one, and then I earth shock him. And it brings all of them up except that little dog there in the corner, which is fine. We'll get him after. Drop my stone skin healing stream, and I just tank these for a bit until we all get grouped up. And drop magma, nova, a heal up here. And I usually would just relocate these totems there just to when they run down, they get hit by the magma. Earth shock, hug the left so you don't get whacked. And now I'm just running them back. Earthbind, wanted to get some blocks in, magma, get a nova off, keep the threat up, keep him in combat. Dropped a stone claw and another nova. Drop another earthbind here because I do want to create some separation. Drop the magma, keep them in combat, or shock him. But you do want to keep them in separation because they're fast. They end up catching up and they can beat the shit out of you. Grab all these. Relocate. And those guys do have a sound, so you really got to be careful with those. Right click this guy here. You can, or shock the far right one. Bring him in. I dropped a magma to keep him in combat. Another earthbind, creating separation. As you can see here, the health of mana is kind of low. It's fine though. Relocate earthbind. Get a magma down just to make sure they stay in combat. We'll get some mana back here. Keep them bunched up. Get a heal off. New Earth Shield. Replace totems. Nova. Now I have them all. And then we just do this dance for a bit. One thing is to be careful about is Odo, the Blind Watcher, is that his name? He will buff all of these mobs and they will start chunking the fuck out of you. So just be careful about that. Don't think you can tank more than you actually can. You gotta spend some time jumping around here. Yeah, targeted the guy there. Threw a flame shock on him when I right click him. Alright, yeah, we have 119 mobs, 10 minutes. As I run through here, you'll see some of them get missed. Sometimes it's just weird padding. Mobs run through them, they don't pull. It happens sometimes where you're a few short, but I think there's another one in the courtyard here. Yeah, for some reason that can't get pulled either. It is what it is. I mean, sometimes you grab them all, sometimes you don't. Usually it's only a few. But yeah, that's the run. Thanks for watching, guys.